Hello, good morning everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about the practice of mindfulness. I'm going to shed some light on the meaning of the word, and I will give you some tips and tricks and some tools to practice mindfulness in your life. Now, why is it important to practice mindfulness to start with? I'm going to give you some questions, and the answers of these questions are directly linked to these practices. So, are you living a happy and fulfilled life? Are you making conscious choices in your life? Are you experiencing your life fully? Are you present in your life, or life is just happening? So there is this great saying that I'm fond of. The past is history. The future is mystery. The present is called the present because it's a gift. So let's do a little exercise that would give you a little bit of sense of what mindfulness is about before I give you a definition. So I would like for you to look around, identify two objects, one on your left that would symbolize the past, and one on the right, and that would symbolize the future, okay? And then have a look at the object on the left, which is the past, and close your eyes, take it in, and kind of think of where were you a year ago, okay? So a year ago, like today, where were you? What was available for you? What was happening? What kind of environment were you in? Who was with you? What was the prevailing emotion? What were your successes? Perhaps what were your challenges at the time? So just get totally into that moment a year ago. And once you've invoked that energy of that day a year ago, let's again think of that object on your left and move to a month ago. And again, you're going to do the same thing. So where were you like today a month ago? What was present then for you? How did you show up? What was there? What's a prevailing emotion? What was a success story then? What was a struggle for you? And once you got that, let's move on to a week ago. And again, think about what was there. What was available? What were you aware of a week ago? What emotions were there? Who was with you? What was going on? What kind of challenges were you facing? What successes? What did you celebrate then? And once you got that, I would love for you to again focus on that object on your left and move on to yesterday, the same time. What was going on then? What were you aware of? What was around you? What was your prevailing emotion? How did you show up? What was your struggle? What did you celebrate? Once you got that, again, focus on the object and go back to an hour ago. Where were you? What were you doing? What was present for you? Who were you with? What was the environment like? Once you got that, move on to a minute ago. Where were you? What was present for you? What was a prevailing emotion? What was on your mind? And once you got that, I would love for you to come back to this moment, this very moment. Close your eyes, connect with yourself, and see how are you feeling right now, this very moment. What is a prevailing emotion? How does your breath feel for you? What is happening within your body? Just go inwards and scan your body. What is going on? What is a prevailing emotion, a prevailing thought? What is the sensations in your body? And once you got that, that is exactly being mindful. So I would love for you to focus on, where are you normally? Do you tend to live in the past? Do you tend to focus on that object on your right, the future, and you tend to be there? Or you are in this moment? Now, what research tells us is that our bodily sensations, our bodily intelligence helps us to be mindful, to be here and in this moment. And that has an incredible effect on calming our brain. You know, we suffer from this monkey brain that keeps hopping, you know, the way it loops different thoughts, and we feel exhausted all the time, and we're not really living in this moment because we're either anchored in the past or worrying about the future. So, and that leaves us really exhausted and scattered. And when we are anxious and our stress level is shooting up, it's difficult for us to be creative, to be problem solvers, to be present in our life and experience it fully. So I hope that gave you an idea of what is being mindful, being in this very moment and focusing on really your breath and your body. And that's a great strategy actually to practice mindfulness. One more strategy that I would love to share with you today, and it's pretty simple because it will bring you to this moment once you feel that your mind is scattered and all over the place. And it all starts with the index finger. Very powerful finger and super easy. So I would love for you to close your eyes and touch your index finger with your thumb and start really rubbing both of them against each other. And I would love for you to focus on the sensations here. So just really be in that moment and feel these little ridges. You know, we have amazingly unique fingerprints. So just feel that for a moment and focus on the sensation. Is it tingling? How does it feel like? How does your skin feel like? What is this touch to you exactly? And perhaps even go more into the temperature of your body. So just get into all the sensations and keep anchoring yourself to that. That could be a reminder for you to go back to this moment. So whenever you feel you're all over the place, you're stressed, just allow your thumb to touch your index finger and keep rubbing it until you feel all the sensations again and you come back to the present moment. So that's one strategy that is really helpful when you feel totally scattered. Another great strategy is using your breath as a vehicle. So how do we do that? Basically, you need to sit upright, so the spine is fully tall. You can even put some pillows behind you to make sure you're supporting your lower back. You inhale your shoulders all the way up towards the ears, inhaling, and then exhale, rotate the shoulders, soften them on your back, and create half a circle. Feel your heart opening, so heart space is opening, and your chin is parallel to Mother Earth. Rest your hands on your thighs and then start inhaling deeply and follow the breath. Feel the breath rising from the root all the way to the crown, and then you start exhaling very slowly. It's like sipping from a straw, and feel the breath here descending. So you repeat that 5 times, going really slow. You can even count for yourself. Inhaling, feel the breath rising, and then exhaling, feel the breath descending. So that's another great way of practicing mindfulness, allowing your breath to lead you here. So we always say the breath is the guru. So that's another technique that you could use. Finally, there's another great technique called the 3x3. The 3x3 is all about, again, using your breath to focus the brain when you feel it's going around in loops. So basically look around, identify 3 objects in the room, any 3 objects, it doesn't really matter. And then start focusing on the first object. Let's say there is a candle in front of me here. So I'm gonna take that candle and keep it in my mind's eye now. Visualize it for a moment. And then I'm gonna start inhaling and exhaling deeply, 3 rounds. So inhale, exhale through the nose. And then I'm gonna repeat that 2 more rounds. And once I'm done with the first object, I'm gonna move on to the next object. So the next object that I see in front of me is a pen actually on my desk. So I'm gonna focus on that pen, take it in here in my mind's eye, take a moment to focus on it completely. And then I'm gonna start my breathing, 3 rounds, focusing on that pen. Once I'm done, I'm gonna move on to my third object. Repeat this same process again for 3 rounds. Once you've done that, you will feel that wave of complete calm washing all over your body, and you'll feel your brain activity is getting calmer. So that's again another way of practicing mindfulness. So to put this in a nutshell, mindfulness is the practice of being in this moment, being in your body, and you can help yourself doing that by connecting to the physical being. So be it your breath, sensations in your body, feeling what is my prevailing emotion in this moment, how does that make me feel? So how does feeling anxious make me feel in my body? These are all great techniques to bring us to this moment so we can experience our life fully. So I hope that was helpful for you. I'll keep building on that, and I'll go back to using the breath as a vehicle, perhaps tomorrow or after tomorrow. Tune in to know more on how to use your breath to be mindful and to experience your life in the here and now.